शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So today is an auspicious day of Sharat Purnima, also Valmiki Jayanti, they say, and Lakshmi Puja in eastern parts of India. Sharad Purnima itself is supposed to be, Sharad Rutu itself is supposed to be very beautiful, and then Sharad Purnima also is supposed to be the most beautiful day of the year, like that they describe, so much so that even Bhagwan, perhaps it seems he liked this so much. So in Bhagavatam, Bhagavana Pita Ratrihi Sharadutpulla Mallikaha Viksharantum Manaschakre Yogamayam Upashritaha. So in Rasa Panchadhyayi, so it seems he saw this Sharad Ratri, he saw, and Bhagavanapi Taratrihi Vikshya Rantum Manaschakre. Even Bhagavan felt this the night is very beautiful, and he also wanted to, have some fun that night. So dance, music and all that. So Bhagavan Api, that Api indicates, so Api shows greatness of that Sharadotpulla Mallikaha, the Sharad Ratri, etc. And also Api, that Api, usually these people give a lot of meanings. Api also indicates Bhagavan's Karunyam there. So Gopikas wanted to, have some fun in the sense of dance and music. And Bhagavan also responded back to them. Bhagavan also wanted to respond back to them. Bhagavanapi taratrihi viksha rantum manaschakre. Of course, that is Bhagavatam. Let us not go there. It's supposed to be a great day. Of course, Valmiki Jayanti. We are reading Valmiki Ramayana, which is very appropriate. And we will see, we have been in Ayodhyakaanda, 24th Sarga. So actually it seems from Aditaha, this is 101st Sarga. So I should have perhaps noticed and mentioned, when we finished 23rd Sarga, we finished 100 Sargas totally in Ramayana. They say about 590 some Sargas are there, 500 plus Sargas in Ramayana. So 600 something, I think, if you include Uttarakhanda, etc. Valmiki himself made a pratigna that there are 500 Sargas, but the available pathas have more than that, even without including Uttarakhanda. If you include Uttarakhanda, another 120, 140 Sargas extra are there. So if you take 500, so close to 500 is the figure. Suppose you take about 1/5 of the Ramayana, we have been able to cover by Rama's grace. So it took us more than a year, about a year and a half. Of course, there is no hurry when we will complete this text. When Rama wills, it will happen. If Rama wills, it will happen. So we are now in 24th Sarga. We have seen, I think, up to 9th Shloka. Katham hi dhenu swamvatsam gacchantam anugacchati aham tvanu gamishyami yatra vatsa gamishyasi. So Rama and Lakshmana had a conversation for some time. Rama spoke, Lakshmana spoke, again Rama spoke. Now who has to decide finally? So Kausalya took over. And said, okay, time is, she has said that already. Later also, Nunam hi balavan loke kritnantas sarvam adishan loke ramabhiramastvam vanam yatra gamishyasi. So Nunam hi balavan loke kritantaha. She gave her judgment. Okay, now time is like that. What can we do? The time is harsh indeed, and it will decide what has to happen. Now, for now, it has decided that it is Rama's time to go to forest. She's going to repeat all this. I mean, not so much, but then she's going to say all this time indeed is indeed the most powerful, etc. She will say later. And then she is saying, okay, you go, but you please take me also. That is where we are standing. Now, Kausalya has, so far she has been saying you don't go. And now, of course, she also said, if you are going, take me. But so far she was trying to convince her on the grounds that you should not go. Now she is trying to say, okay, you go, but you take me together. And then at the end of the Sarga, even that mind of hers, Rama we will see how he will make her change that mind. So we will see from 10th shloka onwards. Yatha nigaditam matra tadvakyam purusharshabha shrutva ramo bravid vakyam mataram bhrushadukkhitam. So yatha matra tadvakyam nigaditam. So tadvakyam shrutva. So whatever words were spoken by that mother Kausalya, yatha nigaditam. Yatha nigaditam means so in the way they were spoken. So that is the way, with a lot of dukkha etc. she was speaking. All those things he heard. So tadvakyam purusharshabha ramaha shrutva, having heard, yatha nigaditam, so tatha shrutva, the way, that is, he acknowledges that yes, she is in pain. Later we will see one very beautiful shloka is going to come, how commentators are speaking about it. So tatha ramaha shrutva purusharshabha, that purushashreshtaha ramaha shrutva, so mataram bhrishadukhitam. So idam vakyam abravit. Idam, maybe you might want to add this bhrishadukhitam. Bhrishadukhitam means so she is extremely in a very sad state. That kind of mother Kausalya abravit. He spoke the following words. What did he say? Kaikeya vanchito raja mai charanyamashirate bhavatya cha parityakto nanunam vartaishyati. So hey mother, Kaikeya raja vanchitaha. Kaikeyi cheated father first of all. That is, she was supposed to be very dear to him, and she was supposed to do things that pleases him, but now she threw this bomb upon him, that this great disaster, calamity upon him she threw. So Kaikeya vanchitaha raja maicha. So and then bhavatyacha parityaktaha. Raja maicha aranyam ashrite bhavatyacha parityaktaha. This Raja maicha aranyam ashrite. Suppose I also go to the forest and bhavatyacha parityaktaha, and you also, if you follow me, then you will also, not be able to serve Dasharatha. He will be abandoned by me and by you. By me, why? Because he instructed me to go to the forest, so I am going to the forest. By you, why parityaktaha? Because you are desiring to come with me. Then what will happen? Nanunam vartaishyati. So nunam means definitely na vartaishyati. He is not going to be alive. That is one way. Or you can say, so he will not be interested in ruling the kingdom, etc. He will not take an interest in affairs of the kingdom. Nanunam vartaishyati prajapalane, etc. You can say like that. So nunam navartaishyati means najivishyati, you can say, or prajapalanam nakarishyati. That also, that is so Shiromani Kara's understanding. Nunam navartaishyati. Indeed, he is not going to live long, or indeed he will not take any interest in the affairs of the kingdom. Bhartuh punah parityagon rishamsah kevalam striyaha sabhavatya nakartavyo manasapi vigarhitaha. So you have to be prepared for some ideas which today perhaps people may not like so much, but then that was the state of, so I'm saying in a very non-judgmental way, I'm not passing judgment either way. That's the state of the, what should I say, society at that time. So they used to have these ideas which women may or may not like now. We will see what are those ideas. That is, a wife has to serve the husband, etc. Those kind of things he is going to say now. So bhartuhu punaha parityagaha striyaha kevalam rishamsaha. So striyaha here shashti ekavachanam. So stri shabda bahuvachanam, prathama bahuvachanam will be striyaha. So you should not confuse it with prathama bahuvachanam. Striyaha is shashti ekavachanam. That is for a stri. For a stri, bhartuhu parityagaha kevalam rishamsaha. Punaha here, so indeed, or so in that sense you can say punaha. So kevalam rishamsaha. This is a very cruel act that a woman can do. I mean, it will be very cruel on part of the woman to abandon her husband. That is what he is telling. Bhartuhu parityagaha striyaha kevalam rishamsaha. It will be very cruel on part of the wife to abandon the husband. So bhavatya nakartavyaha manasapi vigarhitaha. So vigarhitaha, that has been, very spoken very ill of, such kind of thing. Bhavatya na manasapi kartavyaha. Even you should not even think about such an act. So leave alone doing it, leave alone actually following me, but you should not even get that thought in your mind that I will leave my husband and I will follow you, hey Rama. Hey mother, such a thought you should not get. So kevalam rishamsaha krauryameva natu tena ihamutra sukham ityarthaha. You are not going to get any phalam out of it. So iha or amutra, no sukham will be there. Manasapi na kartavyaha na chintaniyaha. So why you should not even think about it, because it is vigarhitaha. Vigarhitaha means so mahapapa hetutvat atininditaha. Vigarhitaha means it has been spoken so ill of. That is, it gives so much mahapataka, it gives rise to, therefore you should not even think about it. यावत् जीवति काकुत्स्थः पिता मे जगती पतिः शुश्रूषा क्रियतां तावत् सहि धर्मः सनातनः. So, me pita kakutstha, my father Dasharatha kakutstha. So, this kakutstha adjective applies to Rama, applies to any of Dasharatha's putras, applies to Dasharatha, etc. also. So, this kakutstha, my father kakutstha, Jagati Patihi, he is the lord of this entire land, the king. He is the king. Yavat Jivati, as long as he is alive. So, Tavat you should have, Tavat is already there. Tavat Shushrusha Kriyatam. So, may you serve him for so long. Shushrusha is, to serve. That is Shushrusha Kriyatam Tavat Sahi Dharma Sanatanaha. This is indeed the Sanatana Dharma. The Sahi Dharma Sanatanaha, Esha Dharma Sanatanaha will come very often. In fact, as and more you go into Ramayana, you will see this will keep coming now and then. Sahi Dharma Sanatanaha. This is the Sanatana Dharma. That is, this is what is the convention. You can say this is what has been practiced always. So, he is going to say later also. In Vedas also it is spoken, in Smritis it has been spoken, in Loka also this is the convention, etc. So that is what it means. Sanatanaha Dharmaha means it has been coming in that way always. So Sanatana. Eva Muktatu. So anything else here? Yavat Jivati. Shiromanikara, wherever it comes, as long as he is alive means you should take as long as he is ruling over us. That is how you should take it. He will say everywhere. So all these things, so many hints, so much dhvani is there. So it also shows, later also we will see Rama's words, it also shows that he's perhaps, Rama is sure that if Rama goes away, Dasharatha may not be able to live long. Such kind of thoughts Rama is also already having, that we will see subtly in Rama's words. So Yavat Jivati means as long as he is alive. So that is, he may not be alive for very long. That's the idea. That he is having in his mind, but of course he is not saying it that way. He is saying as long as he is alive, your duty is to serve him. Eva Mukta tu Ramena Kausalya Shubhadarshana Tathetyuva Chasuprita Rama Maklishtakaarinam. So Eva Mukta sa Kausalya, that Kausalya Eva Mukta, Ramena Eva Mukta tu. So that Kausalya, on being thusly spoken to by that Rama, that Shubhadarshana Kausalya. So these people wrote something for Shubhadarshana. Shubhadarshana Dharmya buddhi tyartha. So Shubhadarshana Kausalya means what? Kausalya, whose natural tendency is to be dharmic. That is the idea. So she always had dharma buddhi, but now some situation has come. For a moment she what should I say? She moved from that, but then she is coming back to her natural state. That is the idea. So that Kausalya, who Shubhadarshana Tatheti Uvacha. So she said, okay, all right. She's saying later she's going to come back. I mean, for now she said, okay, all right. Tatheti Uvacha Suprita. So that Suprita, so she was pleased. Why she is pleased? In fact, in the very next shloka, again he is going to say, Valmiki is going to say, she's again very sorrowful, etc. Here Suprita, because so Kausalya's state, you have to try to imagine, should I be happy that he is being so dharmishtha, or should I be sad that I am not going to see him for 14 years? So she's in that state, So for now, Suprita, because she is happy in the face of so many calamities also, Rama is only speaking about dharma, etc. So that's why Suprita, you can say. So that Suprita Kausalya Tatheti Uvacha. So she said, Tatha means okay, all right. So be it. So to whom did she say? Ramam Aklishtakaarinam. So to Rama, who's Aklishtakari. Aklishtakari. See, Klishtakari means somebody who does things with great effort. He needs great difficulty, he achieves something. But Rama is Aklishtakari. So this Ramam Aklishtakaarinam. So this Aklishtakari as an adjective to Rama also, it has come earlier and it will keep coming now and then again. Ramam Aklishtakaarinam. So Rama, who is an Aklishtakari, that is even great tasks, very easily he will achieve such kind of Rama. So why Valmiki is putting here? Perhaps Kausalya is thinking, okay, Rama is a great man. So for 14 years, Vanavasa may not be so much of a dukkha for him, because that's how she started this chapter. How will such a Rama be able to face this Vanavasa, that Rama, whose servants also are used to eating very tasty food, etc. How can such a Rama live in forest, etc. She was thinking. So now Rama Maklishtakaarinam. So Valmiki is putting that adjective to maybe remind us that Kausalya, her worry is, just out of love as a mother. Or maybe Kausalya is also thinking, okay, Rama is a great man, perhaps he will manage somehow. Maybe she is thinking like that. Eva muktastu vachanam Ramo dharmabhritam varaha bhuyastam abravid vakyam mataram bhrishadukhitam. See, Suprita Kausalya, now immediately she is again bhrishadukkhita. So to that extremely sorrowful Kausalya, Rama again spoke. Evamuktastu Ramaha. So Evamuktastu Ramaha Dharmabhritam Varaha. Rama whose Dharmabhritam Varaha. So Dharmabhrit means he who upholds Dharma. How does he uphold Dharma? By following it, he upholds Dharma. So Dharmabhritam Varaha Ramaha Evamuktaha. Evamuktastu indicates so what Kausalya said and what he is telling back in reply. That's the idea. Evamuktastu Ramaha Vachanam Bhuyaha Tam Abravit. So once again he spoke back to Kausalya. So why is he speaking again? The same things he is going to say. What he just said, that you have to serve the husband. Same thing he is going to say again. So various reasons are given. One is so Dardhyatham, to kind of make it fixed in her mind. So to tell her, to convince her even more strongly. That is one reason. And another reason is to check whether she's really happy about it, because Suprita, Suprita Kausalya Valmiki said, that means perhaps some amount of happiness, happiness as in some amount of joy or something Kausalya got, but Rama is not sure whether it will last longer or is it a momentary thing. So he's going to test again by saying, you stay back here and you serve Dasharatha, etc. By his saying, he's testing whether she is very strongly committed to it or not. He's testing. So Bhuyaha Tam Abravid Vakyam. So Evam Vachana Muktaha Ramaha Bhuyaha Tam Vakyam Abravid. So to whom? Mataram Bhrishadukhitam. To that mother who's extremely unhappy. To that mother Rama spoke back these words again. So Shiromani Kara is telling Matru Santosha Parikshana Hetukam Ramavachanam Varnayan Naha. So her Santosha Hetu Pariksha he is doing. So why is he? So is her happiness strong enough? So is it coming from a momentary conviction, or is it coming from a very strong, deeper conviction? So her happiness, Suprita, he said, is it from where is it coming? He wanted to just be sure of, so that after he goes away again, she should not start crying or something like that. So Evamuktastu Vachanam Ramo Dharmabhritam Varaha Bhuyastam Abravid Vakyam Mataram Bhrishadukhitam Maya Chaiva Bhavatya Cha Kartavyam Vachanam Pituhu Raja Bharta Guru Shreshtaha Sarvesham Ishwarah Prabhuhu Maya Chaiva Bhavatya Cha Pituhu Vachanam Kartavyam. So by me and by you also, and by Chakara you can include everybody, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Kaikeyi, Sumitra, all of them you can include, all of them. Pituhu Vachanam Kartavyam. So Kartavyam eva. So Pituhu Vachanam eva Kartavyam, Pituhu eva Vachanam Kartavyam. Eva always you can add for everything, So Sarvam Vakyam Savadharanam. That is the rule. So every word in the Vakya, if there is one eva, you can add that eva to every word, and then do Anvaya like that. And general also, in general, when Mahatma says some word, some sentence, we say every word is meaningful. One tu and cha, like in Telugu they say tu cha tappakunda. So on tu and cha also, if it is there will be some meaning. So Sarvam Vakyam Savadharanam is a general rule also. Even if eva is not there also, suppose you read one Bhashya Pankti, one small line will have so much. So just anyway, let's not go there today. So you have to give that respect to that Mahatma who's writing it or saying it, and take it with great respect. That is, analyze every word, so scrutinize. So what is the implication of each word? So that kind of study I have seen with Swamiji. So I'm just telling it. So every word in the Bhashyam he gives lot of importance and analyzes it. So Evamukta, so Maya Chaiva Bhavatya Cha Pituhu Vachanam Kartavyam. So father's words have to be followed by you and by me and by everybody else here. Why? Because he is the Raja, Bharta, Guruhu, Shreshtaha, Sarvesham, Ishwaraha, Prabhuhu. So many adjectives he is giving to Raja. So to his father, that is Dasharatha. 6 adjectives. So Raja, he is the Raja, he is the king, he is the Bharta, he is our provider, he is the one who takes care of us. He is the Guruhu. So Guruhu is Pujyaha also. But then Guruhu is Tattvapadeshta. I will read from one of these Vakyas. I think Shiromani Kara is explaining each of this nicely. Shreshtaha is a great man. Sarvesham Ishwaraha. So he is the Lord of us. He can instruct all of us. And then Prabhuhu. Prabhuhu also means Samarthaha, etc. We will see. Raja means Bhupatihi. Shiromani Kara. So he is the ruler of this entire land. Bhupatihi. Bharta means, so to you Bharta. See, Tilakakara is telling, so Ubhayos tad vachana avashya kartavyatve hetuhu Bharta guru riticha yatha yogam. Yatha yogam means you have to see these adjectives what is applicable for from the point of view of Kausalya and what is applicable from the point of view of Rama. You have to take it that way. So this Bharta as an adjective is applicable from the point of view of Kausalya and not to Rama. That is one way you can say. So, or in general, you can say he is the one who takes care of all our needs, etc. That way also you can say. So this Bharta means, so Shiromanikara is telling, Savidhi Bhavatyaha Panigrahita. So he is the one who, so Panigrahanam has happened between you and, so he has taken your hand in marriage, Savidhi, that also is, so in a very appropriate way, he has accepted your hand in marriage. Therefore also you should follow his words. And then Guruhu Tattvopadeshta. So he is teacher, he instructs us in all these tattvams, etc. He is the giver of knowledge also for us. So Guruhu, then Shreshtaha means Mahatma. Then Prabhuhu Sakala Samarthya Vishishtaha. So he is not a helpless man or something like that. Dasharatha, you should never underestimate him. He is now Dharma Pashena Baddhaha, So because of Dharma, now he is in this sorry state. Otherwise, he could, he has all the Samarthyam to, to even assist, even gods require Dasharatha's help in war, etc. Like that in some other Purana stories are there. So that is his, in Devasura Sangrama we have seen here itself. So even gods required his help. That is his capability, Prabhuhu. And then Sarvesham Ishwaraha means Pujyaha. Therefore this Dasharatha's words, who is my father and the husband for you, his words we all have to do. Imanitu Maharanye Vihritya Navapanchacha Varshani Paramaprithya Sthasyami Vachane Tava. So I don't know if I have to appreciate Valmiki for writing such a shloka or we have to appreciate Rama's way of speaking. See what is he saying? Imani Navapanchacha. So Imani means only this much. So Imani means these. These means what? So very little. So like you show with your hand, like this Imani. Imani Navapanchacha Varshani. These 9 and 5 years, total 14. So like I told you, Navapancha. Of course, for Shloka Rachana, he is writing Navapancha and also Navapancha, so he is breaking it down into single digits so that it will not be much of a, psychologically you might think not much of a deal. So Navapancha Varshani Imani, these just 9 and 5 years, Maharanye Vihritya. See, Vihritya he is telling, that is just I will roam about, some vihara I will do in that Maharanya and come back. It's not going to be a big problem, anything. He's saying all this because that is how the chapter started. That is how Kausalya's word started. It's a very big deal. How is he going to live, etc. So he's reassuring her, don't worry. It's a very small thing. 9 and 5 years. I will just roam about in that Maharanyam and come. So Imanitu Navapancha Varshani Maharanye Vihritya. Vihritya means a Viharam Kritva, etc. Vihritya. Paramapritya Vihritya. So with great pleasure, I will enjoy, roaming about in that forest. Paramapritya Vihritya. So, tava vachane sthasyami. Punaha, you should say. So, that chakara somewhere you can say punaha. I will finish that and then tava vachane sthasyami. I will come back and stand in by your word. That is, I will come back and serve you. What you wanted from me was to serve you, be with you. That I will do. Just 9 and 5 years, I will happily roam about a little. Think of it like me going to a picnic and then I will come back and do your work. Tava vachane sthasyami. Paramapritya sthasyami. This paramapritya you can put both ways. Paramapritya Vihritya Punaha Tava Vachane Sthasyami, and then Maharanye Vihritya Punaha Paramapritya Tava Vachane Sthasyami. That Paramapritya you can put both ways. Eva Mukta Priyam Putram Bashpa Purnanana Tada Uvacha Paramarthatu Kausalya Sutavatsala. Let me see before that anything. So this Paramapritya etc. also indicates that it is Swapriti Vishayi Bhutatvam Bodhitam. So it is something that I also like. It's don't think something that has been imposed upon me by Kaikeyi's wish or etc. No, I also like going to the forest. I will just enjoy there and come back very quickly. Eva Mukta Priyam Putram Bashpa Purnanana Tada Uvacha Paramarthatu Kausalya Sutavatsala. Eva Mukta, that Eva Mukta Kausalya, that Kausalya who has been thusly spoken to. So Priyam Mukta, Evam Priyam Mukta. So, or Priyam Putram you can say. So this Eva Mukta Kausalya Punaha Putram Uvacha. So once again she is speaking back to her son. So what kind of son? Priyam Putram, to her very dear son. She is speaking back. And then what kind of Kausalya? Bashpa Purnanana. So her Ananam face is filled with tears. Bashpa Purnanana means Kausalya whose face is filled with tears. And then Paramartha. So great arti, sorrow she is facing within her. Paramatta Kausalya, and then she's Sutavatsala. So Suta Vishaye, so Sutasya Vishaye Vatsalyam Asti. So that is her Sheelam, that is her nature is that. So she's extremely, like every mother is, so she has great love towards her son, that kind of Kausalya. So Punaha Putram Priyam Putram Uvacha, she's speaking back these words. So tu indicates, so again tu, so tu always indicates but or on the other hand, something like that. So usually, otherwise they will give avadharanartha or something like that for tu. Tu usually indicates on the other hand or but, something like that. So Rama is telling, don't worry, it's not much of a deal. But then Kausalya has her own, issues with this going to the forest. She's saying, okay, I will come with you, I will come with you. That is what she's going to say now. Now, so she, all commentators introduce the next shloka by saying that so far she was thinking, okay, I will serve the king and all that, but suddenly she remembers her sapatnis, so Sumitra, Kaikeyi, and then other, their paricharikas, etc., their servants, all of them she will remember, because they are as good as wives for Dashratha, because he takes care of all of them. So she remembers what will they speak, they might speak harshly to me, etc. All that feeling she brings back. I mean, when she thinks about it, that is coming to her mind. And then now she is talking about that. Asam Rama Sapatninam Vastum Madhye Name Kshamam Aya Mama Pika Kutstha Vanam Vanyam Mrgimiva Yadite Gamane Buddhi Krita Piturapekshaya. So, hey Rama, Yadite Gamane Buddhi Krita. So if you have decided to go, Gamane Buddhihi Yadite Krita. So if you have decided to go, that Buddhihi is Nishchaya there. So to go to the forest, if you have decided, why are you going? Piturapekshaya. See, so Mamapekshaya, I want you to stay here. If you ask me, I want you to stay here. But because you are saying father's instructions, therefore I have to go. So Piturapekshaya Buddhihi Krita. You have decided in favor of your father's views. So you could say that way. So I was telling you to stay, your father is telling you to go, and you have decided in favor of your father. If that is the case, then Naya Mamapi He Kakutstha Mamapi Vanam Naya. So take me also to the forest. So take me also to the forest. Why? Till now, just now you agreed, Tatha, etc. You said, so be it, you said. So now suddenly why? So Asam Sapatninam Madhye Vastum Name Kshamam. He Rama. So between these sapatnis, Asam Sapatninam Madhye, between these sapatnis, Vastum Name Kshamam. I don't have the capability to live between them. That is, they will always speak something harsh or say or do something harsh directly or indirectly, they might say. So I cannot tolerate, I cannot bear with it, because already my son is in the forest, that dukkham is there, and then this dukkham will add to it when they say something, He Rama. Therefore, Mamapi Vanam Naya. So take me also to the forest. How? Vanyam Mrigim Iva. So this Vanyam Mrigim Iva, like a forest deer. So Vanyam Mrigi. Vanya means so that which is born in a vana, and Mrigi is a female deer. Mriga is a deer and Mrigi is female deer. Like a female deer, you take me to the forest. So by saying this Vanyam Mrigim Iva, so many things these people are pointing out. So just one or two I will tell you. So Vanyam Mrigi Iva Yatha Vanyam Mrigi Vane Santushta Vartate Tatha Ahamapi Varte. So like a Vanyam Mrigi, what is the natural habitat for a forest deer? It is the forest. So I will also be happy in the forest and not here. That is one way of saying. And then na bhavantam kleshaishyami iti bhavaha. That is, if I come to the forest, you might think, okay, first of all I have to take care of myself, and then I have to take care of my mother also. That might be an extra burden. Don't worry. So I will be a Vanyam Mrigi. I will be a Mrigi. Like the Mrigi is in the forest, like that I will be. It will be my natural habitat. So it will not be a problem for you. So that is in two things she is saying that is, it's naturally the place that I have to be is in the forest, because you are in the forest, and then I will not be much of a burden to you. I will take to the forest very easily without disturbing you much. All that she is indicating by that one example. Asam Rama Sapatninam Vastum Madhye Name Kshamam Naya Mamapi Kakutstha Vanam Vanyam Mrigimiva Yadite Gamane Buddhihi Krita Piturapekshaya Tam Tatha Rudatim Ramo Arudan Vachanam Abravit. So Tam Tatha Rudatim, to her who was thusly crying, Tam Tatha Rudatim Ramaha. So is it Arudan Vachanam Abravit or Rudan Vachanam Abravit? Both pathams are there. We will see. So that Ramaha, to her who was crying, he also cried and spoke, then it would be Rudan Vachanam Abravit. So, or to that Kausalya who was crying, he without crying he spoke, then Arudan Vachanam Abravit. Only difference is that Avagraha, So commentaries are differing here. And then like I told you, so this is one indication to show that Avagraha, that S symbol is a very recent addition in the Lipi. So back then they would not write that S kind of symbol. The Avagraha in the manuscripts you would not find. That's how these people have various readings based just on that Avagraha. Anyway, Tam Tatha Rudatim, to her who was thusly crying, this Ramaha, Arudan Vachanam Abravit is what Tilakakara's Patha. We will take that. That is more nice. So without crying, he spoke. And then Govinda Raja says Rudan Vachanam Abravit. That also has a beauty. Both of these things we will see. Now let's take Arudan Vachanam Abravit. So very nicely Tilakakara is telling Rodane Katarya Prakatanena Matuhu Punarapi Anugamana Pratyasha Prasangat. So if I cry, so Shiromani Kara is clearly saying Arudan means Rodana Nivrittim Kurvan San. So Arudan means he is actually getting tears because his mother is crying, and then the situation is also like that. But he is doing Rodana Nivritti. He is controlling the tears by himself. That is one way. So Rodane, why is he doing that? If he cries, Rodane Katarya Prakatanena. So that will show that he is also afraid, or he is also a little weak about this idea. I mean, he is also unsure, uncertain about this thing. So Matuhu Punarapi Agamana Pratyasha Prasangat. If he shows the slightest of worry or anxiety about staying in the forest, then Kausalya will start again. No, don't worry, I will also come with you. So I will serve you there. I will take care of you there. So Kausalya might start. Therefore, even though he is getting tears himself, even though he also feels like crying, but he is controlling it. That is what Tilakakara is telling. So Rodane, this will be the Prasanga. This problem will come that if I start crying, Kausalya will again say, I will come with you, I will follow you, etc. Now Shiromani Govinda Raja is telling very nicely. So first of all, Rudan, how can you say Rama is crying here? He is crying not because it is dukkham for him. He is crying because it is Kausalya's dukkham. He is feeling, Ayo, this Kausalya, my mother, very dear lady, she is having to face so much dukkham. For me, it's not much of a problem, but I can understand as a mother how she must be feeling, and then he's feeling bad for her. So Rudan means why Rudan? Why crying? Vyasaneshu Manushyanam Bhrisham Bhavati Dukkhitaha Ityukta Guna Vishishtopi. That Rama, even though he is of such guna, that he so Manushyanam Vyasaneshu, when other people get dukkha, he becomes extremely sorrowful. Ayo, those people, so much dukkha they have to bear with, etc., put up with. That's why he also gets disturbed by it. So Ramaha Matru Vyasanam Drishtva Piturvachana Paripalana Rupa Dharma Vighna Bhayat Dhairyena Sthitavan. So far he was Dhairyena Sthitavan. So far great Dhairyam he showed. He displayed great Dhairyam, this Rama. Why? Because Matru Vyasanam Drishtva Api, even after seeing his mother's dukkham, he was displaying great Dhairyam. Why? Piturvachana Paripalana Rupa Dharma Vighna Bhayat. So if he cries, then there would be Vighna to his dharmacharanam, which is Pitruvakya Paripalam. If I start crying, then everybody will say, no, Rama, don't cry, don't worry, you don't go, you don't have to go, we will go and fight with Dasharatha, we will go and convince Dasharatha. Something they might say, which he doesn't want, because that is not the dharma here in this context. So, Dhairyena, because of that reason, that there will be Vighna, otherwise if I start crying, there will be Vighna to my dharmacharanam. So far, Dhairyena Sthitavan. Now, Idanim, now what happened? Vanagamana Anumatim Labdhva. Now his mother has already agreed for him to go to the forest. Not Tatha, she said already, okay, you go to the forest. Now the issue is only whether I should follow you or not. So, Anumatim Labdhva, Swasneha Pradarshanena Matruvyasanam Nivartaitum Ruditavan Ityavagamyate. So it appears, he is telling, Govinda Raja, Ityavagamyate. It appears, this is the reason why Rama is crying. Why? So now that he has obtained her permission to go to the forest, he wanted to reciprocate that love towards Kausalya, that love that she is expressing. She is crying because of her love for Rama. Now he also wants to reciprocate that love. Swasneha Pradarshanena Matruvyasanam Nivartayitum. By he crying, he is also expressing, yes, mother, I also love you equally, don't worry. And then by that acknowledgement of her love, so he is trying to put an end to her dukkha. Somebody cries along with you, so you will feel happy that, okay, something is there. I remember when my sister was going to the US for the first time for her master's. So she was taking a British Airways flight. My mother and I went to the airport, and none of us cried. Okay, so usually when this is happen, when such things happen, people cry. Okay, you are going away. So none of us cried. My sister landed in London, and up by then we came back home. She called us from there, and she said, she was asking my mother, why didn't you cry? So are you not missing me? Are you happy that I'm going away? So etc. So my mother was telling, no, nothing like that. It's a good thing you are going. Why to cry and all that? And then she's not somebody who cries easily anyway, my mother. So something like that, if you don't cry, person will think, okay, maybe he does not love me or something like that. So that's why Rama is showing his love by crying. When his mother is crying, he is also crying along. They feel light, when you are crying, somebody cries with you. So that's the entire concept of perhaps crying when somebody dies, So the children, the wife or the husband, they cry. Why should the guests also who come, some of them join and cry along with them? Why? So that it reduces the burden. So you feel light. So swasneha pradarshanena matra vyasanam nivartaitam. Vyasanam means dukkham. So remember. So by his crying, he is expressing his, sneha towards his mother. And then by that, his mother's sorrow will come down a little. This asha he has in his mind, his expectation, and that is why he is crying. So very nice. See, Bhagavan always reciprocates our love. So because today is Sharad Purnima and I started with that shloka, let me just say, suddenly I felt like saying, so I told you, Bhagavan api ta ratrihi sharadot pulla mallikaha vikshya rantum manaschakre. So Yogamayam upashritaha. So first of all this he is doing by assuming Yogamaya. That is one thing. Why is he having to do? Why? Because he is Bhakta Vatsala, Bhaktas wanted to connect to him in one way. So he also will come down, assume Yogamaya and come down and react to you in that attitude. You go to Bhagavan with one attitude, he will reciprocate to you in that same attitude. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham, he said, So that is what Rama is also doing here. Kausalya, out of Vatsalyam, she is displaying. So he is also assuming the form of a putra and then reciprocating that love. That is Bhagavan's beauty, So that's why Krishna, you will see Vama Bahu Kruta Vama Kapolaha. So it seems Krishna, so his cheek will be, you must be seeing Banke Bihari, etc. So Banke Bihari itself means that Bihari ji. So Vrindavana Bihari, who is a little, he's slant like this. So Vama Bahu Kruta Vama Kapolaha. His Vama Kapola, left cheek, is bent towards the Vama Bahu. His left cheek is on the left shoulder. Why? Why? Because his Bhakta is beside him, Radha Devi. So Radha Rani, they say. She is beside him. And then he's up. He's also bending towards the Bhakta. He's also reciprocating the love that the Bhakta shows. So here also, as even I'm saying, I'm getting goosebumps. Rama is reciprocating the Vatsalyam that Kausalya is showing him. So Ramaha Rudan Vachanam Abravit, you can say. But Rama is a Dhairyavan, etc. If you take that way, then Arudan Vachanam Abravit. Even if Kausalya is crying, he is able to control his mind and say, no, okay, don't cry, etc. Either ways, it's very beautiful. But because we are accepting Tilakakara's Patha, you can take Arudan Vachanam Abravit. Or you can put both. Both are very nice if you ask me. Tam tatha rudatin Ramaha Arudan Vachanam Abravit. So now what is he saying? Vachanam Abravit. Okay, so what exactly is he saying? Jivantya hi striya bharta daivatam prabhure vacha bhavatya mama chaivadya raja prabhavati prabhuhu. So Jivantya so Jivantya striya bharta. So how to do Anbaya for this? 1 minute 21. So yeah. So Jivantya striya bharta prabhuhu. Jivantya striya means, I think, by a alive lady or what?
This is... like that it is written here.
By an alive lady, is it? That's how it's written? I didn't hear what you said. So Jivantya Striya, as long as a woman is alive, that is how it is written. So Jivantya Striya, as long as the Stri is alive, Bharta Daivatam Prabhuhu Evacha. So Bharta alone is the Bhagavan, and then Prabhuhu. Prabhuhu is Sarva Samartha. Prabhuhu, one of these commentators nicely wrote here. So he is the one who's Swartha Sampadana Samartha. So he is the one who's capable of giving you whatever you desire. That is Bharta here. So as long as a woman, the woman is alive, she has to look upon the Bharta as the Prabhu. That is, he is the one who can satisfy my needs. If I have some desire, he is the one who's going to fulfill them. and then he is also Daivatam, he is Bhagavan to me. So Bhavatya Mamachaivadya Raja Prabhavati Prabhuhu. So Bhavatya Mamachaivadya Raja Prabhavati. Prabhavati means what? So Dandadau Samartho Bhavati. Or instead of saying Dandadau Samarthaha Bhavati, you can say Niyoge Samarthaha Bhavati. That is Shiromanikara. Dandadau Samarthaha Bhavati Tilakakara. That is Prabhavati means Samarthaha Bhavati. So for you and for me, he is Samarthaha Bhavati. He is the one who is capable. Capable of what? Of punishing. But why would Dasharatha punish these people? So he is the one for so Niyoge Samarthaha Bhavati, you can say. He is the one who has the authority to engage you, me and all of us in the task that he wishes. So he has the authority to instruct us what to do. That is that Prabhavati Prabhuhu. Prabhuhu Samarthaha. Nahyanaatha vayam rajnya lokanathena dhimata bharataschapi dharmatma sarvabhuta priyam vadaha bhavatim anuvarteta sahi dharmaratas sada. Nahyanaatha vayam rajnya. Rajnya vayam na anatha. So we have not been made orphans by the Raja. That is, as long as the Raja is there, we are not Anatha. We are Sanatha only. So Rajnya Sanatha eva, not to Anatha. As long as the king is there, we are not Anatha, but we are Sanatha. We have a Lord. We have somebody who's taking care of us. Lokanathena Rajnya vayam Sanatha eva. That Sanatha eva you have to add. So Sanatha iti seshaha, these people are pointing out. Lokanathena sakala jana niyantra rajnya vayam bharatascha apina bhavatyadayaha anathaha na. And then you have to say Sanatha eva. So Sanatha iti seshaha. So for you, for me, for Bharata, for all of them, we have not been abandoned or we have not been rendered. We have not been orphaned as long as the king who's the Lokanatha. So Lokanathena Rajnya Vayam na Anatha Parantu Sanatha eva. So Dhimata Rajnya, by that king who is very intelligent, by that king who is the Lokanatha, etc., we are Sanathas only and not Anatha. Then Bharataschapi Dharmatma Sarvabhuta Priyam Vadaha. So this is said to counter, okay, if you go away, how will I live with these sapatnis, etc.? They might say something. No, but Bharata will take care of you. Don't worry. Bharata is going to be the king and he is also a Dharmatma. He is also very dear to you. Bharataschapi Dharmatma. Bharata is a very Dharmatma himself, and then Sarvabhuta Priyam Vadaha. These people might speak harshly to you, but Bharata will speak very dearly to you, and in that Bharata you will see me and forget. In fact, that is going to happen. Very touching incident in Ayodhyakaanda we will see later. So that moment when Bharata comes back from his uncle's place and he goes and visits, of course, first Kaikeyi, etc. Later he goes and visits Kausalya, and then Kausalya sees Rama and Bharata. So this I think I mentioned earlier also once. So Sarvabhuta Priyam Vadaha. Bharata is also somebody who speaks dearly to everybody, and you will not miss me by seeing Bharata. You will not miss me, and also in Bharata's words you will find some soothing, which these people's words might otherwise hurt you, etc. So Bhavatim Anuvarteta, and that Bharata also will follow you. So Bhavatim you Anuvarteta, he will follow. That is, he will serve you. He is also a Dharmatma. He will serve you like even I served you. Sahi Dharmaratas Sada. Why? Because he is Sada Dharmarataha. He is always somebody so he is an embodiment of Dharma and he follows Dharma also always. Therefore, he will serve you. Don't worry. And then he will also speak sweetly, pleasantly, etc. Yatha mayitu nishkrante putrashoke naparthivaha shramam navapnuyat kinchit apramatta tatha kuru. So yatha mayitu nishkrante, if I go away, when I go away, yatha putrashokena parthivaha shramam na avapnuyat. This parthivaha, the king, Prithvinathaha, parthivaha, the king, yatha putrashokena shramam na avapnuyat. Shramam here means dukkham. So you act in such a way so that this king, when I go away to the forest, he does not get shoka due to my absence. So putra shokena shramam na avapnuyat. So yatha this is possible, tatha kuru. So act in such a way so that he will not get the shokam of missing the son. Navapnuyat. So kinchid navapnuyat. Even a little shoka he should not get. So you be alert. So apramatta bhava and tatha kuru. Apramatta sati tatha kuru. You be alert and be in such a way that the king doesn't, miss me, etc. So you, naturally, women are supposed to be strong, etc. You can control yourself. Think about Dasharatha. If I also go away and you also come with me, and Kaikeyi has left him already, so who will take care of Dasharatha? What will happen to him? So you stay back and take care of him and see to it that he does not miss me. Yatha mayutti nishkrante putra shokena parthivaha shramam navapnuyat kinchit apramatta tatha kuru darunashchapyayam shoko yathainam na vinashayet rajnyo vruddhasya satatam hitam chara samahita. So ayam shokaha darunaschapyayam shokaha. So this great terrible shoka yatha enam na vinashayet. So please act in yatha enam na vinashayet tatha kuru. That tatha kuru you have to add. So satatam hitam chara. So act in such a way always so that this shoka does not destroy him. Yatha enam na vinashayet. Enam means satatam na vinashayet. This great shoka does not destroy him. In that way, Rajnyo Vruddhasya Satatam Hitam Chara Samahita. So Samahita Sati Hitam Chara. So you control yourself, you muster courage yourself, and then you act in such a way that Rajnyaha Vruddhasya Rajnyaha, to this old king. So old by age and jnanam also, of course, Vruddhasya Rajnyaha Satatam Hitam Chara. You do always that which is good, Hitam, for this Raja who is old and also very knowledgeable, etc. So act in such a way. Now he is going to give some upadesha to his mother as to how a nari should be, that is always serve the husband. So here he is going to show Anvaya Vyatireka, he is going to show, and then Vidhimukhena he is going to show. So that is, if a lady without doing anything else, if she just serves her husband, that is enough for her to go to Swargam. And without serving her husband, if she does anything else, none of it will be helpful. So doing all other vrata, upasana, etc., they are neither necessary nor sufficient. That is what he is going to say. What is most important is she has to serve her husband. Like I told you, these were the ideas. So it's up to you how you want to take it. Pratopavasa nirata yanari paramottama bhartaram nanu varteta. Sacha papa gatir bhavet bhartu shushrushaya nari labhate swargamuttamam. Apiya nirnamaskara nivritta deva pujanat shushrushameva kurvita bhartuh priyahite rata esha dharmastriya nityo vede loke shruta smritaha. So ya nari, so a particular woman, let's say there is a particular woman whose vratopavasa nirata, so great vratam she does, great upavasam, etc., she follows all of them. Paramottama, so she has great gunams in her, satgunams are there, and then she is also born in a great lineage. That's how these people will say. So paramottama, that uttamatvam comes by lineage and by gunams also. So lineage whether you want to take, but gunam, say great gunam she has, shrestha guna she has in her, and all great vratams, upavasams, all of that she follows, that nari. So bhartaram nanu varteta. So yadi you should put. So suppose she does not follow her husband, that is, suppose she does not act according to her husband's wishes, etc., or she does not serve him, bhartaram nanu varteta sacha papagatihi bhavet, she will become papagatihi. So papagatihi means papasya gatihi phalam. So this is very nicely said, papasya gatihi phalam iva phalam yasyaha. So she will be like that person who gets papagati. Papagati means papasya gatihi phalam. So he who gets papa phalam, how he will be, like that she will also be. That is, she will also get papa phalam. That's the idea. So sacha papagatir bhavet. So suppose she does not serve her husband, she incurs papam. Bhartu shusrushaya nari labhate swargamuttamam. By bhartuhu sushrusha, by doing, so serving her husband, a nari gets uttama swarga. So bhartuhu shusrushaya nari labhate swargamuttamam. And then now Vyatirekena he is showing apicha ya nirnamaskara nivritta devapujana shushrushameva kurvita bhartuh priyahite rata. So api means also, another lady is there who is nirnamaskara. She does not do namaskara to any devatas, brahmanas, etc. Vratopasam she does not do. And then nivritta deva pujana, she has given up all deva puja. Why she has given up? To serve her husband, not because she doesn't like or anything. So deva pujanat nivritta, and then nirnamaskara, that kind of lady, sushrushameva kurvita, no problem, let her not do any of it, but just by serving her husband, sushrushameva kurvita, may she be just serving her husband, bhartuhu priyahite rata, so that she is engaged in the priya and the hita of her husband. That is what is pleasing to him and what is good to him. Such kind of things may she be doing. That itself is enough. That is the idea. That api indicates she also gets that uttama swarga. So even if she is not doing anything else, just by serving her husband, she gets the uttama swarga, etc. Esha dharma striya nityaha. Striyaha dharmaha. striya dharma nityaha. So this dharma is the eternal dharma for women. That is, this is always has been the dharma for women. And how do you know it has been always the dharma? Because Vede. So one way of taking this is Vede Shrutaha Loke Smritaha. It has been heard in the Vedas. That is, it's mentioned in the Vedas. And then Loke Smritaha, in the Smritis it has been written. One way you can say, or another way is Vede. So this is Govinda Raja, I think. Loke Pura Drishtaha. So Drishtaha you have to say. So Loke Drishtaha, all elders have been doing like that in this world. Loke Pura Drishtaha. Puratana Loka Achara Siddhaha Ityarthaha. Loke Drishtaha, and then Vede Shrutaha, it has been mentioned in the Vedas, and then Veda Avagataha, that is the meaning of Vede Shrutaha, and then Smritaha, Smritya Avagatascha, that is Vedas are saying it, Smritis are saying it, and then Lokachara is also like that, that a woman has to serve her husband, and even if she is not doing anything else, just this will give her the Uttama Swarga. And on the other hand, another lady, if she is doing everything else and not doing this, then she is only going to get Papa Phalam, etc. Lot of discussion is there here. I'm not going to enter into it because there's not much time. I was planning to finish this Sarga today. Maybe we will take some time and finish it. But there's a lot of discussion here. So what is Nitya Karma for her? What is Naimittika Karma? And then what is not Nitya Karma? See, what is Nitya Karma for her is serving the husband, and Anitya Karma for her is the other thing. So that is not required. So this Anitya Karma. So if you are just doing Anitya Karma without giving up, by giving up Nitya Karma, then it's not going to be of any use to you. Just Nitya Karma you do without doing the Anitya Karma, but it's okay. The Nitya Karma will still give you the Swarga Phalam anyway. All that is there. Anyway, Agni Karyeshu sada Sumanobhishcha Devata Pujyaste Matkrite Devi Brahmanashchaiva Satkritaha. One of the commentators here is nicely writing, Govinda Raja only, Tushnim Avasthane Enam Dukham Akramishyati iti Dhiya. Tushnim Avasthane Enam Dukham Akramishyati iti Dhiya Dukha Vichedanartham Kalakshepa Sadhanam Vidhate. That is, okay, and then one more commentator, I don't want to read that. So it seems Kausalya is asking, okay, I will stay here, you don't want me to come to the forest, what else shall I do? Shall I just keep serving him? Should I give up all the vrata? So pujas, etc. we have seen Kausalya has been doing a lot of puja. Should I give up all that? No need to give up. That also you do, but you do that with a desire for my welfare. That is one way of putting it. Or Shiromana Govinda Raja is very nicely saying, if she stays idle, then her mind will go back to that state of missing Rama and Dukkham, etc. So Rama is giving her some Kalakshepa Sadhanam. You do these things and spend your time so that your mind will not be idle and reverting back to the Dukkha, etc. So Agni Karyeshu cha sada Sumanobhishcha Devataha Pujyaha te Matkrite Devi Brahmanashchaiva Satkritaha. So may Devatas, Brahmanas, etc. be worshipped by you with flowers, and then cha is there, Sumano Bhishcha. Sumanaha means flowers, and then Sumano Bhihi with flowers, and then cha is there, so Gandha, etc. Naivedyam, and then whatever food offering you want to give to Brahmanas, by all of them. Agni Karyeshu. So these Agni Karyams you keep doing at that time, these Devatas are there anyway, they are invited with mantras, and then Brahmanas are anyway there. At that time, you serve these Devatas, Brahmanas, etc. Agni Karyeshu cha sada Sumanobhishcha. So Sumanobhihi, by flowers, etc. Devataha te Pujyaha. Devatas have to be worshipped by you. May Devatas be worshipped by you at that time. Matkrite, for my sake, hey Devi. Brahmanashchaiva Satkritaha. So may Brahmanas also be well treated by you. That is, you give them food, dhanam, etc. May they also be served by you at that time when you are doing these Agni Karyam, etc. Anyway, you will invite the Devatas and offer them something. So Brahmanas also you offer something. All of this you do for my sake, for my welfare, in keeping my welfare in mind. Matkrite. So we have an aunt, so whenever her son goes to write some exam or something, so she told once to us, that's how I know. So she sits at home and he does Narayaniyam Parayana for 3 years, 3 hours when she's away, so that he has to do his exam well and all that. Something like that. You also sit here and do all these pujas for my sake. You do all these things. Evam kalam pratikshasva amagamanakankshani niyatahara bhartru shushrushane rata. So evam kalam pratikshasva. In this way you spend the time. Pratikshasva is you wait for that time. So evam kalam pratikshasva. In this way you spend the time. Mama Agamana Kankshini. So waiting for my Mama Agamana Kankshini. So you wait, you keep looking for the time when I will come back, but then don't sit idle like that. You keep doing these things so that your mind will not feel the sorrow of all of it. Then Niyatahara Bhartru Shushrushane Rata Sati. So evam kalam pratikshasva. So you be such, you do these things, and then also you be niyata. So you keep your mind under control. Let it not waver back and revert to that situation. Niyatahara. So you control what you're eating, etc. That you keep under control. And then bhartru sushrushane rata. So you engage yourself in the service of husband. And then you keep waiting for me. I mean, you wait for me, but you keep doing these things so that you will not be idle. प्राप्स्यसे परमं कामं मयि पर्यागते सति यदि धर्मभृतां श्रेष्ठो धारयिष्यति जीवितं. So he is telling यदि धर्मभृतां श्रेष्ठः जीवितं धारयिष्यति. If that great Dharmatma Dasharatha is still alive, when I come back, then your paramam paramam kamam prapsyase. You will obtain your greatest desire when I come back if Dasharatha is still alive. That means Rama is sure that maybe Dasharatha may not be alive by then. So maybe I am saying he is sure if I go back, maybe Dasharatha won't live. Prapsyase paramam kamam. So you will obtain your highest desire. Mayi paryagate sati. When I come back, paryagamanam is coming back. Mayi paryagate sati. Yadi dharmabhrutam shreshtaha. That dharmabhrutam shreshtaha as an adjective was used for Rama earlier. Valmiki used it. And then, I think Valmiki used it. And now Rama is using it for Dasharatha. Dharmabhrutam shreshtaha Dasharatha. Yadi jivitam dharayishyati. If he is still retaining his life when I come back, then you will get your paramam kamam. Suppose he is not alive, then you will get only kamam. That is paramam kamam. Paramam kamam means greatest desire of yours is what? My husband should be alive, my son should be with me. Okay, but that may not be the case. I will come back, but Dasharatha may not be alive till then. That is what he is indirectly hinting. So Shiromani Kara is very nicely writing here. Pakshe, just one line I am reading. He is interpreting this very nicely. Pakshe Visheshya Matre Paryavasana. See, Kamam is the Visheshya substantive and Paramam is the adjective. So Visheshanam and Visheshya. So the Vishishtartha is Paramam Kamam. So your extreme, your highest desire. Suppose the other thing doesn't happen. That is Yadi Dharmabhritam Shreshtaha Jivitam Dharayishyati. If he is still alive. So if he is not alive, then what? That is the other paksha. Alternatively, paksha means alternatively. Alternatively, if he is not alive, only the vishesha you will get and not the visheshanam. That is the paramam, the highestness of the desire you will not get, but your desire in some way will be fulfilled. That is the idea. It's a very shastric way of putting. Lack of time, I am not much explaining on it. So pakshe visheshya matram paryavasati. So etc. So only kamam you will get, not paramam kamam. एवमुक्ता तु रामेण बाष्प पर्याकुले क्षणा कौसल्या पुत्र शोकार्ता रामं वचनम अब्रवीत. एवमुक्ता Kausalya who was thusly spoken to by Rama, and this Kausalya whose Ramena means by Rama. Bashpa paryakule kshana, her eyes are filled with tears, that kind of Kausalya. Putra shokarta, she is disturbed by this, even the thought of separation from her son. Ramam vachanam abravit, she speaks the following words to Rama, her son. Gamane sukrutam buddhim nate shaknomi putraka. So he putraka, so vinivartayitum veera nunam kalo duratyaha. So he Rama, gamane sukrutam te sukrutam buddhim. So your buddhi, your nishchaya, which is sukruta. Sukruta is sudrudha. You have been strongly, you have decided now for yourself that I will go. Te gamane sukrutam buddhim he putraka vinivartayitum na shaknomi. It looks like I am not capable enough of abstaining you from your decision to go to the forest. So gamane sukrutam buddhim. Sukrutam, Govinda Raja is telling sudrudham buddhim, and then Tilakakara sukruta nishchayam. So sushtukruta nishchayam. So this is a very nice buddhi that you have done. I appreciate it. You are being dharmic, etc. That is one way of saying the sukruta buddhi. So nate shaknomi vinivartayitum. So I cannot, looks like I cannot abstain, okay, I cannot change your mind in this respect. He putraka. Putraka is used, this kan, it's called, that pratyaya, that suffix. So in many senses it is used. So swarthe, sanyayam, and then here you can take it as So out of love also. So what is that? I forgot. So swarthe and then kutsitarthe, small. So in smallness, in a pettiness also ka is used. And then so this is here out of anukampayam, out of love also you can use that kan pratyaya. So putraka means hey dear son, hey dear son. But then also Veera, you are very dear to me, but you are a Veera. I know you are strong enough, you can bear with that consequences of staying in the forest, etc. He Putraka, he Veera, both she is using, like Annamacharya describes, Cheri Yashodaku Shishuvitadu, Dharuni Brahmaku Tandriyunitadu. So he is the son of the small son who's playing in the courtyard of Yashoda, but he is also the father of Brahma, that Krishna. Like that, He Putraka, He Veera, you are a very dear son to me, small Kuranda you are to me, but then you are also Veera, I know very well. And then Nunam Kalaha Duratyayaha. So time indeed, He Rama. So this Daivam, Kalam, Kritantaha, Kalaha. So Daivam, all of these we have seen these words, Nunam Duratyayaha. So it is something that I cannot undo. I mean, time indeed, fate, destiny indeed is very strong, and that's why I cannot change your mind, because this is time for you to go to the forest, looks like it, therefore I cannot change your mind. Gaccha putratvam ekagro bhadrantestu sada vibho punastvai nivrittetu bhavishyami gataklama. He putra gaccha tvam ekagraha gaccha. So okay, now I'm not going to disturb you anymore, I have made up your mind, you go. I'm not going to stop you. Ekagraha. Ekagraha means you don't worry about me anymore. That's the idea. I feel like it. By Rama's grace, suddenly I felt like that. Ekagraha means you don't worry about me. You be only worried about Vanavasam. How will I follow my dharma? Don't keep any worry about me. I will be fine here. So Ekagraha Gacha. Ekagraha, these people, what they have written, Ekagraha Niyata Chittaha. So you can keep your mind under control and you go. Because you have to follow so much of custom there, for that you need some mind control. Like that you go from Ekagraha Gacha, he Putra, Bhadrantestu, may good happen to you Sada. So may good always happen to you. He Vibho, she is telling Vibho. He Vibho means, hey Lord, etc. So she is seeing already. So Vishnu in Rama perhaps, that very subtly Valmiki will hint in the end shloka. We will see there, He Vibho. And then Punastvai Nivrittetu Bhavishyami Gataklama. Punaha, so Tvayi Nivrittetu. Punaha, once again, when you come back, Nivrittetu, when you come back, Aham Gataklama Bhavishyami. Gataklama means Klesha. Gataklesha Bhavishyami. I will be rid of all my dukkham when you come back. Pratyagate Mahabhage Kritarthe Charitavrate Piturananyatam Prapte Swapishye Paramam Sukham. When you come back, I will sleep very happily. So Paramam Sukham Swapishye. Extremely happily, nicely, peacefully, I will sleep only when you come back. Pratyagate. So Pratyagate means if you come back. All this is Sati Saptami. When you come back, if you happen to come, when you come back, when you come back. And then when you who's Mahabhaga, you can say, when you who's extremely fortunate, when you who are Kritartha, when you who are Charitavrata, when such a you comes back, that is one way of saying. So Charitavrate means Charitam Acharitam Vratam Yena Tasmin. So Kritaha Sampaditaha Arthaha Pratignya Vishayi Bhutam Vastu Yena Tasmin, etc. All these are Saptami. Saptami Charitavrataha means one who has followed the Vratam. So you having followed the Vratam when you come back. That's the idea of Charitavrate. Kritarthe. Kritaha Sampaditaha Arthaha Pratignya Vishayi Bhutam Vastu. Having accomplished the Artha. Artha here is Pitruvakya Paripalam, that Artha having accomplished when you come back. Kritarthe Pratyagate, Charitavrate Pratyagate, Mahabhage. Mahabhage, Shiromanikara is going into a lot of derivation, etc. Mahabham Rajalakshmim Agachati Prapnoti Tasmin. Mahabhagaha. Mahabhagaha or Mahabhagaha, you can say. So he who obtains Rajalakshmi. So such kind of you, or you can say, so simple meaning would be Mahabhagyodaya. So when you become fortunate, that is when you come back, you will get the fortune of ruling this kingdom again at that time. Pituhu Anrindyatam Prapte. When you free yourself from the debt of your father. So Anrinyatam means free of debt. Debt towards whom? Towards the father. Because this word that you have given to him, or rather his word he has given to Kaikeyi, and you have a responsibility towards your father, that Pitru Rinam, you are freeing yourself from Pitru Rinam, then you will get Pituhu Anrinyatam. So Pitru Anrinyatam Prapte that prapte, then pratyagate. All this happens, you will come back. Aham paramam sukham swapishye. Kritantasya gatih putta durvibhavya sada bhuvi. Yatvam sanchodayati me vacha avidhyara ghava. So this is also one quotable quote. Nunam kalo duratyayaha in 33rd shloka. That is also one quotable quote. Then if you like those times, then 25th shloka onwards, vrato upasana nirata etc. Ya nari paramottama. Second line of 25th till the first line of 28. You may or may not like it, but just a reflection of those times. That also in that sense it is quotable quote. But more importantly for us, nunam kalaha duratyaha kritantasya gatihi, and then here in 35th shloka, kritantasya gatihi he putra sada bhuvi durvibhavya. Durvibhavya means it is, you cannot understand, you cannot, what should I say? What is the word for it? You cannot anticipate how will destiny or fate turn. That you cannot anticipate. Kritantasya gatihi, the gati or the way this fate works. So that is sada, always bhuvi, on this earth it is durvibhavya. So gahano karmano gatihi, gahana karmano gatihi, they say like that. So durvibhavya sada. So this gati is durvibhavya. You cannot anticipate. You cannot, second guess or something like this. It's always difficult. How do you know? How do you know that it is durvibhavya? Because this kritantaha is working by suppressing my words and giving you this buddhi to go to the forest. So yatvam me vacha avidya. Hey Raghava, me vachaha avidya. By pushing away my words, that is, my words are not entering into your mind. That's what she's trying to say. I have been saying please remain back. You are not listening to it. And then tvam sanchodayati. So it is pushing you to go to the forest. That shows that this kritantaha is indeed very strong. Just 2-3 shlokas, we will finish this. Gacchedanim mahabaho kshemena punaragataha nandayishyasi mam putra samna shlakshena charuna. So gaccha idanim, he mahabaho, he putra, he mighty armed Rama, he powerful Rama, he. So you are a son to me. I know I will miss you, but I know you will be able to do this vanavasa with ease. Don't worry about it anymore. Don't worry about me anymore. Idanim gaccha, now you go. And then kshemena punaragataha. So once you come back very nicely, healthy, hale and healthy, auspiciously, when you come back, kshemena punaragataha. Like we say, poitva, velira, we say. Like that, she's also saying, go and come back so safely. So gaccha, and then kshemena punaragataha tvam. So once you come back very nicely, hale and healthy, mam nandayishyasi, you will make me happy. By how? Mam putra samna lakshnena charuna mam nandayishyasi. So when you come back, so I think vachanena you have to add here. So you will make me happy once you come back by such kind of words. What kind of words? Samna vachanena. Samna means so pacifying words. That is, so even if somebody is agitated, if you speak, he will become calmed down. So samna means quieting or pacifying words. Shlakshnam means clear words. And then charu means, very dear, pleasing words. So nirmalena charuna means manoharena, shlakshnena means nirmalena. So shlakshnena, Shiromani Kara is writing, shlakshnena ramaniya arthena. The meaning of your words will be very pleasing. And then charu shows even the construction of your words, the way you choose words, etc. That also will be very pleasing. By such words and very pacifying words, samna vachanena, you will pacify me, you will please me, you will make me happy when you come back. Apidanim sakalasyat. So one last hope, she's saying, I hope that time comes now itself. That is, I hope that 14 years time gets spent very quickly. Apidanim sakalasyat vanat pratyagatam punaha yatvam putra kapashyayam jatavalkala dharinam. So tvam jatavalkala dharinam. So this is on coming back. See, now Rama is having all these ornaments, etc. But he will wear the garb of the tapasvi, etc. And then when he comes back, what is the first sight that Kausalya will see? Rama in this garb of a jata. That is all that matted hair he is having. Valkala is that, what is it called? Tree bark, etc. he wears. Valkala dharinam tvam pashyayam. So that time when I will see you like this means not the time of your going, when the time of your coming back, when you will be like this, that so yatha api idanim eva sakalaha syat. So that time may it come now itself. Your time of return may it come now itself. That is, may it pass very quickly. Apidanim. So apidanim is a, so loka drishtya she is saying, this is how they say, usage is there like that. Apidanim sakalaha. May the time come now itself. What kalaha? So yat vanat pratyagatam punaha. So punaha pratyagatam vanat, from the forest when you come back, that time yatvam pashyayam, at that time when I will see you again as this jata valkala dharinam tvam pashyayam, he putraka, he dear son, may the time come back very quickly. Tatha hi ramam vanavasa nishchitam dadarsha devi paramena chetasa uvacha ramam subhalakshanam vacho babhuvasa swastyaya nabhikankshini. So tatha hi means in that way. So ramam vanavasa nishchitam ramam, that Rama who has decided to go to to the vana, so vanavasa, to decided to stay in the vana, that Rama, this Devi Kausalya dadarsha, she saw him how? Paramena chetasa. This is the hint I told you. So this Tilakakara etc. also are writing indirectly that what Valmiki is telling is, perhaps Rama as Vishnu gave her the buddhi, mother don't worry, I am Vishnu himself who has come to, do this Rakshasa Samhara etc. Like Krishna says, Dadami buddhi. So Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam anuyantite, like that there is a shloka. I will give them the buddhi yoga to recognize me. That is what. So the Divya Chakshu also, just before Vishwarupa, he gives Arjuna like that. This Paramena Chetasa, by that great mind she saw. And then Paramena Chetasa, simple meaning would be with a very magnanimous heart, she very happily she sent him. So no more crying anymore, happily. So she's going to pray for him. The next chapter is all prayer of Dasharatha. Very nicely she's going to pray for him and send. That is one external meaning. Internal meaning is that buddhi Rama gave her to recognize him, and then now she is satisfied. Okay, this is not much of a calamity, etc. So Paramena Chetasa tam Ramam dadarsha, this Kausalya dadarsha, and then Uvacha Ramam Shubhalakshanam vachaha. So Shubhalakshanam vachaha, very auspicious words she spoke to Rama. Then Babhuvacha Swastyenabhikankshini. So Swastyenabhikankshini Babhuva. I think that's how the Anvaya is. So she now became somebody who is who's desirous of performing all the mangalams for him. That is all the auspicious words for his prayers for his going to the forest. She wanted to do, and then next chapter she will start doing all those prayers for him. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adi Kavye Ayodhyakaande Chaturvimshah Sargaha Om Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakанjalim Bashpavari Paripurnalochakanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Tatsat Shri Ramarpanamastu. So if you have anything to ask.